Hello, welcome to YP Patriot YouTube channel. My name is Yong Park. I only speak two languages, bad English and worse English. Did you get that joke? Well, I am new to YouTube channel. I will do my best to bring you excellent black belt American First Patriot content. Stay to the end of the video. I have a special announcement.
People are scared, and for good reason. Crime is a bigger problem than ever in Pennsylvania. I'm serious about fixing it. I'm proud to be endorsed by law enforcement unions across the Commonwealth because they know I will fight to keep you safe. I'm Dr. Oz. I approve this message.
For those of you that may not know in the crowd, I first met Newt Gingrich in a Holiday Inn room in 1990. I was a local host in Alabama. And then I got a job offer in Atlanta, where you were, and I was the MC the night that he became Speaker of the House in 1994. It was the honor of my life. And he's one of my dearest, closest friends. But you're one of the smartest political strategists I've ever met. And you have been defining the closing arguments of this election. Explain.
Look, it's not complicated. If you like inflation eating up your paycheck, you ought to vote Democrat. If you like having your 401k collapse so you can't afford to retire, you ought to vote Democrat. If you think having a guy run for the Senate who voted 25 times to release a murderer when the other 4 members of the parole board voted no, the only person to vote for these 25 murderers was Fetterman. Now, if you think that's a good idea and Philadelphia doesn't have enough crime and Pittsburgh doesn't have enough crime, you ought to vote Democrat because they're going to make sure you get more. They want to give you more of the wrong thing and less of the right thing. So this is not a complicated election. It's a straightforward election of having every American look at the world around them and make a simple decision. Do you want to keep going down this road or not? One last thing. I've known Mehmet Oz for many years. I knew him back when he was already an Eagles fan, which I have to say. Anyway.
Hold on.
One can only go so far politically.
You may have lost in votes in Pittsburgh.
I think any Pennsylvania team is acceptable at this point. But I know that he went to medical school in Pennsylvania. He went to business school in Pennsylvania. He grew up in the Philadelphia suburbs. And like everything else about Fetterman's campaign, the attack on Oz was just plain a lie. Fetterman cannot tell the truth because if he's going to tell the truth, he might as well get off the ballot.
Wow.
John Fetterman supports decriminalizing dangerous drugs like fentanyl and heroin. And Fetterman supports creating heroin injection sites in our neighborhoods.
Fetterman's ideas are radical, deadly, and wrong. Giving addicts easy access to drugs is not the answer. I've worked in addiction for years. It hurts to see families broken, promising young futures cut short. I'll crack down on the cartels, fund rehab centers, and rescue as many lives as I can. I'm Dr. Oz. I approve this message.
Great point. Let me highlight one thing. I touched on it earlier, but it's rare that I'm in a group, and we do a lot of gatherings like this. Just if you don't mind, put your hands up if your life has been touched by fentanyl. So you see how many hands go up.
Wow.
Now, here's the part that hurts me. I'm a doctor. I've dealt in addiction for many, many years. And I understand how challenging it is to come back from that abyss of darkness. When John Fetterman says he wants to legalize all drugs, decriminalize all drugs, when he wants to create heroin injection sites, and no one wants it in their neighborhood because they know it brings crime, it's devastating to communities. And then when he says he wants an open border because he wants more workers and he wants sanctuary cities so our governments can't work, municipal and federal governments can't work together, you build what we have now in Pennsylvania, a rabid illness that is taking over all of our youth. And we haven't done anything about it because we're following John Fetterman's and people like his lead. I think addiction is probably big in South Carolina, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about the issue. 107,000 Americans have lost their lives, plus, because our borders are open. We need to build a wall to stop that fentanyl from walking across the southern border. We have an opportunity We have an opportunity to restore sanity to this country by controlling our borders. Every single county in America, every single county in Pennsylvania is a border county because we're all experiencing illegal immigration, fentanyl, and national security risk because of that southern border being open.
So let me ask you, if I can, a question for everybody. The reason this race, I think, is where it is because the Democratic Party has been pouring money into Pennsylvania. I just learned before I walked out on the stage here, we're expecting another $10 million coming against us. And it's a panic move because they know they're in trouble. And they're pulling in money from every which way. That's why it is vital that we have the support. If I can tell the truth about John Fetterman more than he lies about me, we've got this race. I think you've all been there.
DrOz.com?
DrOz.com.
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
DrOz.com.
One more time.
DrOz.com.
I'll say it. It's very simple. If you want to keep murderers in prison and you want to keep John Fetterman on his parents' allowance, go to DrOz.com and check it out.
Pennsylvanians are in pain. I see it in your faces, your eyes. Inflation is hurting everyone. Gas prices, food prices, retirement savings diminished. John Fetterman would raise everyone's taxes, making inflation that much worse. We need more balance and less extremism in Washington. I'm not a politician. I'm a heart surgeon. More importantly, a husband and a dad. I'm running to improve people's lives. It's what doctors do. I'm Dr. Oz. I approve this message.
Every video I release, end of the week, in about 7 days, I'm picking one winner, hat, or your choice of a t-shirt, all you have to do, subscribe, make a comment, make a like, and be sure notification so I can contact you, your information. I can mail even this one. I like this one. Joe Biden said that. Thank you everyone to make this far. Let's go, Brandon. We are the people. We have the power.